Somebody sent me a meme on LinkedIn the other day, and I was like, okay, I see where you're going with this. But, it says behind every good pharmacist is a good technician. And, I see what they're saying. However, I'm not behind you. I'm right beside you.
Sure.
Because if it halts right here, then what are you going to do? Like you've got, my pharmacists are amazing. They have brains for drugs and the clinical aspect of things, logistics, workflow, billing, empathy, and they don't always not have the empathy, but things like that. That's a support staff trait, and we're beside you, working with you to complement each other, and we're there for the patient. Ultimately, it's about the patient, so why not work cohesively instead of
Yeah.
one in front of the other? It's not that we're beside each other.
Yeah. So when I started at Pioneer, I was part of the installation team. And so I got to go to about 40 pharmacies, 38, 40 pharmacies a year, every year for 5 or 6 years. So I was on the road a lot. And so I got to spend a lot of time in independent pharmacies and see a lot of different kind of personality types and business structures, and there were some where, the pharmacist, there's one in particular, hardest working person I think I've ever seen, because he was just holding on to the handlebars so tight that, everything was his responsibility. And he made it really, really hard on himself because he was not delegating and using and trusting his team. And then, I've been to pharmacies where the term tech is so loosely applied to so many different roles, but where, the technicians, I would walk in and, you could see, okay, that's like the mother hen. She's running this bench and she has been here for a while and knows all of the in and outs. Or,
Don't mess with her.
yeah. Or if you go into the back at, the other week when we were in North Carolina, when you go into the back at Joe Moose's pharmacy, and you see the technicians who have taken ownership of the packaging area. It's really interesting to see how that role applies. So, how have you seen that, different owners struggle with that, or different technicians are willing to step up? Because I think if you're a technician who goes into independent pharmacy, you kind of want to continue to engage. If you wanted to put, a square peg in a square hole and leave for the day, I don't think you would go to an independent pharmacy.
No.
So,
And that's not to say, so this is actually a big thing I talk about a lot. There are technicians that are, we always call them one of the super techs. And then you have people that put the pills in the bottle. They put the pills in the bubble. That's what they do. We still need that. That
sure.
still has to exist. But that's not saying, and some people are not interested in advancing more, and that's fine. But keeping them engaged is super important.